it's Nona, and I'm here to do a video um, for my Dear Nona series, and I'm going to kind of explain to you guys why I titled this chatty type talking series Dear Nona. Um, in the last video, I told y'all about my mental health problems and my emotional problems, and some of the reasons that I had for excuse me. Goodness, told myself I wasn't going to do that this time. Goodness. Guys, I'm sorry. Whew. Okay. Um, I was going to tell y'all a little about, see, I lost my whole train of thought. Anyways, some of the reasons why I have developed these problems, or I have these problems, and I had mentioned my boyfriend Tony, who had been a victim of suicide. And so anyway, I also said in that video that he had been incarcerated, and he had been incarcerated for much of his youth. He was a troubled soul, and he didn't make some of the best decisions, and God rest his soul. He just wanted attention, I think, more attention. Anywho, he had been placed in different places, boys' homes and juvenile detention centers and everything since I had met him. And this was in 1994. And I have a tote here, a large tote. And it is full. Let me just take y'all over here real quick. It is full of letters that he sent me. And I have them bagged in Ziploc bags. And whoa, that's a lot of light. I have them bagged in Ziploc bags, and I have the dates written on them. And I have every single letter that he's ever written me from April 4th, 1996, which is the very first letter I got from him, until about a week before he was discharged in March of 2010. So, I'd been talking to my counselor about the letters that he had written me, and about how I had kept every one and they meant so much to me, and how it was our entire relationship from one side, from his perspective. Obviously I don't have the letters that I wrote to him in response to these, but I have all of his letters that he wrote to me. Some are good, some are not so good, some are, relationships have their good and their bad. And like I said, our relationship was very troubled. So anyways, I talked to my counselor. I'd always dreamed of combining his letters and putting them in a book after he passed. Just for myself, just to have them bound in a book. And it would be almost like a biography of his life, in his own words, from about the age of 14 until the age of 29. So, half of his life. He passed away before he turned 30. So, half of his life I have in these letters from him. And I told my counselor about that idea, and she had told me that she thought it was a wonderful idea. It would be a way for me to go through the letters, deal with the feelings I had about them, and by the time the book was finished, I could possibly have some sense of closure about his death. And surprisingly, she had told me that she would be interested in reading the letters as well, the book as well. And so next month, well, actually, I think we've already went over December 1st. So this month, uh, I go the second Tuesday of every month to see my counselor and my psychiatrist. Um, so I'll be going, I think, the 8th, and she wants me to bring some of the letters to read um, with me and go through them with her during my trauma-specific therapy. So I thought that maybe if she was interested in hearing the letters and going on this journey with me of trying to move forward from his death. We don't say move on, because you never move on. You don't want to move on. You don't want to move away from the one you love. You don't want to leave them behind or forget them. You want to move forward. Carry them with you, but be able to smile instead of cry when you mention their name. Be able to think of the good times more than the bad. Oh, goodness. And like my counselor said, this is going to be fairly difficult for me because he wrote each one of these letters to me, and this was my life at the time, and he was my life, and now he's gone, and these letters are all I have. These are his words. This is him. What I have tangible that I can hold on to, and that he touched, and he licked these envelopes, and he put the stamps on them, and his hand wrote them, and he touched this paper, you know. So anyhow, I was just wondering if maybe you guys would like to go on this journey with me. Even if no one watches these videos, I'm going to make them for myself, and I'm going to post them. And if no one wants to watch, that's just fine, because these are for me. This is going to be a video diary of Tony and I's relationship from his perspective. So if you care to watch, great. He has a lot to share. He was an awesome person. He had problems, like I said, and but I loved him. I love him. He's my first love, you know, and I miss him so much. So I'm going to go ahead and read the first letter, and you have to remember that this was in 1996, and he was uh, he was 15, and I was almost 17, and he was in a place called Soar, Southwest Oklahoma Adolescent Rehabilitation Ranch. So this is the letter he wrote me. And this is when we first started talking. We weren't like, we were kids. We weren't like really, dating. I'd only known him since that December when he got, taken away to SOAR that April. So anyways, he says, Nona, what's up? It sucks here. I'm craving a joint bad, but that's beside the point. What's going down in Hobart? Is everybody token all the time? I sure wish I was. I met this guy in here, and his name is Kevin Witt, and he looks like Johnny Hunter. That's not the friend I'll be hanging out with after I get out of here. His writing in this letter's awful, y'all. I'm sorry, but I have to go. Please understand this letter's so short, but my stomach is hurting so bad, and I'm so serious. Write back, please, babe. And then he wrote a P.S., y'all. A P.S. that's as long as the letter almost. And it says, I'm not feeling well. That's why this letter doesn't make sense. I'll write you in a day or two, I promise. How are all the guys doing? give me details of what's going on in your lives. If you get a letter out of order, you know someone jacked a letter, so tell me. I'll have them all numbered. This is letter number 1. Love always, Anthony. So anyways, that was April 3rd, 1996, and that was a 15-year-old kid that was, locked away in a rehabilitation center. He smoked a lot of pot, if you couldn't tell from the letter. So anyways, there's one. I've got hundreds more to go. If any of you would care to follow me along this journey, I would appreciate the support. And if not, please don't come on my videos and thumbs down and talk crap, because this is all about Tony, and I want only good things for him. Only positive things. So anyways, thanks if you've watched this video, and if you like the idea, let me know with a thumbs up or a comment or a private message if you don't want to say it on open YouTube. And like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you have a channel, I will subscribe back.